understand what I'm talking about. What is the little problem for the Little Red Riding Hood? You can speak Chinese, you can speak English. 相爱, what is the little problem for the Little Red Riding Hood? Yeah, talk to the microphone.
Yes. Am I talking? Oh, yes.
Yes, you're talking.
You mean in the story or
yeah, in the story.
About its right?
In the story.
There was a wolf.
Oh, so the wolf is the problem, right? Very good.
A dangerous wolf.
A big bad wolf, right? But what is the biggest problem? Can you help me read this word? Can you help me read this word? Yu Pei, can you help me read this word? This one. C-L-I-M-A-X.
C-L-I-M-A-S.
That's what I wrote on the screen. What is that? Climax. Did you see the climax? Yes, climax means the biggest problem. So what is the biggest problem? Yeah, what is the biggest problem? What is the biggest problem? Yizhen, what is the biggest problem in the Little Red Riding Hood? Xiang'ai, what is the biggest problem? Tangyuan, what is the biggest problem in the Little Red Riding Hood? Jess, what is the biggest problem? Everyone, please write down what is the biggest problem in the Little Red Riding Hood?
The wolf wants to eat the girl's grandmother.
Okay, maybe just ate, right? Ate everything, remember? Yeah, ate everyone, right? But what is the solution or resolution? In a story, usually we got a resolution, means we try to solve the problem. We try to resolve the problem, right? So tell me, what is the resolution? What is the resolution? Please help me type. Can you help me type first? Everyone, don't talk first. Help me type first. What is the resolution? What is the resolution or solution in the Little Red Riding? What is the solution in the original? Original, yeah, original Yu Pei. Okay. Yes. Narrative. Let's see. Tangyuan, what is your answer? Right now, we only have Yu Pei, Sihan, Elvin. So Elvin, who killed the wolf? Who killed the wolf? Elvin, who killed the wolf? Yeah, can you turn on the microphone? Who killed the wolf?
The hunter.
The hunter killed the wolf. And then what is the ending like?
She found her grandma.
In the
Saved
end,
her
right?
grandma.
So happy ending or sad ending?
Happy ending.
Okay, so you can see this is the structure of a narrative. This is the structure of the narrative. Don't forget, a lot of stories are structured like this because in Gaozhong, we don't just do tests. We need to read, listen, write. Say that again. Read, listen, write, and speak. You have to do this. So right now, I'm going to give you a new thing that is whiteboard 5. I want to give this to you, a whiteboard 5, and then I want you to do everything. Yeah, And this one is Joe. This one, okay. And then I'm gonna create a new classroom for you to join. Okay, help me join this. Everyone, help me join this. Help me join this. Help me join this, okay? Now, this is my whiteboard, okay? I can see you right now. Please join this. Everyone, click the link and join this. Now, yes, I only have Yu Pei. Xiang Ai, please join this as well. Xiang Ai, you don't just listen, you have to talk. Okay, everyone, please join this. Everyone, join this. We got Elvin, Tang Yuan, what about you? You have to join. And then now, Yizhen, Jess, Xiang Ai. Today in high school, you're gonna learn how to do this. So right now, please draw this. And then I want you to write a story. What is your story? Any story you know. You can also do 3 little pigs. And then you can add some words. You can add some words or add some text, or you can write by yourself, okay? You can add some words. You can type some words. You can type some words here using this one, okay? You can use text like this one. You can say, oh, the wolf climbed up the roof and was going to eat up the 3 little pigs, something like that. I want you to use this pen to draw the mountain and use A to give me 5 sentences about the story you are familiar with, okay? So right now we got Elvin, we got Angelica, we got Yu Pei, we got Coco, Sihan, we got Tang Yuan. So please help me draw now. Go. Tell me a story. Yeah. Yu Pei uses songs of war. That's good. So right now, help me do this now. Give me 5 sentences. I'll give you 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, go. Draw the mountain. Yes, Sihan, you are right. Angelica, please draw as well. Coco, Tang Yuan, Alvin. Yeah. And give me a story. What is the story name? Don't forget, you need to write down the story name. A means you want to write something, okay? A means you want to write something, okay? Coco, the Little Mermaid, the Little Mermaid, the Little Mermaid. Little, L-I-T-T-L-E, the Little Mermaid. The structure is always like this. Everyone, the structure is always like this, okay? You must have introduction and the little problem and the biggest problem, solution, and ending when you draw. So Coco, please write. Yeah. Coco, you can use A, like this one. Click A, and then write something like this. Okay, you can click A, and then you can write the mermaid blah, blah, blah. Okay? So you can do something like this. Okay? Yu Pei, don't forget, I need 5 sentences. So I need the beginning, and then I need a little problem, and the biggest problem, and then the solution and the ending. Okay?
I can't edit the things why it's not gonna let me edit. Oh my god.
You can, I think you can do it. You can just click A, or you refresh your computer again. Yeah, Cinderella what? Elvin, Cinderella what? Yes, Coco, you're right. Yu Pei, if you think you cannot write, you can just draw and then write it like this, like the mermaid. You can use draw to write. It's also okay, no problem. Yes, Elvin, Cinderella, who had a mean stepdaughter. Good. Don't forget, that has to be problem. That has to be resolution. That has to be an ending. So Yu Pei, think about what you're gonna say. 1 more minute. Everyone, 1 more minute. Yes, you're gonna say it, but you're gonna talk about, yes, you're gonna say it, yes. But don't forget, you're supposed to use the past because this is a story. So you are supposed to say the war began, blah, blah, blah. Okay? And the war ended and the peace returned to blah, blah, blah. So you are supposed to use the past because the key point of a story is the tense is always the past. Okay, got it? Yu Pei. Okay. So bear that in mind. Yeah. What is XWXB? Is that a new way to say something? Yes. Okay, 10 seconds. So you can change the tense now. Yeah. 语配, you can change the tense. Began, ended, period. Yep. Five, four, three, two, one. We start with 语配. 语配, can you tell me the story? What is this story called?
Okay. Let me bring the script. What's that called?
Songs of War,
Okay,
right?
this story, yes, it's called Songs of War. It's it's an animation series.
Let me take a look at
It's
this.
not done yet.
Is it
Okay.
on TV? Is this
Yes,
the one?
this one.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not ended yet, so yeah.
Is that a game or something?
No, it's just an animation.
Okay, it's a kind of animation. It's kind of cartoon. Okay.
Yes.
So can you tell us what is the beginning like?
The beginning is two characters standing in the walls of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a temple there, and the walls, the things on the walls, the writings on the walls, they wrote on the stone, and histories. They are histories.
Okay, good.
And the two characters, they are speaking. Okay, it's actually only one. Another is sleeping, and he's telling us the old story before this new one began. Then they walk into how to speak it. Then how do
They
I
walked
say it?
into where? They walked into?
They take a travel to a big mountain, a snowy mountain.
Okay, they took a trip
Then
there, right? So that is
yeah,
the beginning of the little problem. Once they went
Yes.
somewhere, there was always a problem.
yes.
Don't forget, when they leave their home, there's always a problem. So everyone, you have to remember, for the Little Mermaid, like Coco, she went to the land. The problem began. Cinderella went to the ball. There was a problem. Remember? So as long as you leave the home, there was always a problem. Got it? Yeah, good.
Yes.
Continue. Yeah, this is the structure of a story. This is the structure of the story.
Yes.
The little problem begins when you leave a home. Home is always safe, but you never grow up. You leave the home, you grow up. That is a story. Okay?
Yeah.
Continue. Okay, sorry. Back to
They take a trip to the snowy mountain called Mountain Virgin, and they found the long exiled. Is that called exiled?
Yeah. Yeah.
The long exiled and dreaded Voltaris clan, which is the enemy's clan.
Mm-hmm.
There are only few, like 7 of them, but still a big problem. Hawken was killed there. He got killed. Then Thelias, he returns because he flee because he can't fight them. He's too old, and all those Voltaris are actually young. It's not that powerful, so he gonna go with them.
Okay.
Then that's where the first series ends. The first episode.
So
then to the second action, Okay, so Thelias, he returns to his homeland. What? Connection pause. No. He returns. Oh my god. He returns to his land called Sandaria, which is his clan and his home, and meets their friends. Maybe friends. It's 2 young Adonis. It's called San and Raya, and they are the main characters. Is that called?
Yeah.
The story begins just follow those young Adonis steps. Then, I forgot which episode it is. But
yeah, no problem.
He took Sam because.
So you pay what is the ending first, because right now we need to understand the structure.
Okay, the end is the war
ended.
ends.
Yeah,
ended.
Ended.
It ended, and Well, lots of people did. It's very sad, but peace returns to their great land again.
Okay, so this is one of the structures you already came up with. Okay, thank you so much. Very clear, very
Sorry,
clear.
this is very
No, don't worry,
Sorry.
no worry. Very good. Now, Coco, back to you. Go ahead, go. The Little Mermaid. What's the beginning? What's the introduction?
It tells a mermaid loves a princess.
Yeah, loved
Prince.
a prince, right? Loved. Yeah.
Loved. And
then?
she wants to join him.
Mm-hmm.
But she
And
has
then?
to leave her home.
Okay, and then?
And another princess also loves the prince.
Okay.
And they get married.
Okay, good. That's all?
Sadly, the mermaid killed herself and drowned. This is a sad ending.
This is sad ending. You don't like the sad ending.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much. Now, what about, let's take a look at this. So this is a bad ending. What about Elvin? What about your story?
Cinderella, who had a mean stepmother, works hard every day. And Fairy helped Cinderella join the prom.
Here, maybe that is not the little problem. The little problem is Cinderella wanted and the sisters wanted to join a prom, a ball, right? Because usually a little problem. Do you know what I'm talking about? Little problem. Yeah. So the fairy tried to help, but they went to the climax is lost the shoes, right? The slipper. So that's okay. Continue. Go ahead. Go.
The prince found Cinderella with a shoe.
And then?
And Cinderella lived a happy life
with the prince. Okay, that's the ending, right? Good. Okay, so right now you can take a look at this. It is very clear you got the structure. So you must have the structure in the original narrative, right? This is the structure. So right now, everyone, you got the structure right here. So everyone, let's take a look at this. The structure, you always, at the beginning of this, you must have what? Sihan, can you help me read it? In the structure, the beginning, you always have to say something about what?
Introduce the main characters and describe the settings.
And then, what will
your opening sentence be?
Okay. And then the build up. Just as we said earlier, you always have a problem, right? What is the problem, Alvin?
What things happen? What clues are there? What is said? How do you build up the
excitement?
The
next one? Yeah, Yu Pei.
Yes.
What is the next one?
The words upon
the problem.
The problem or
dilemma.
Dilemma.
That means the biggest problem.
Okay.
And then we got the resolution. Everyone knows that. That means solve the problem. And Yu Pei, can you help me read this one?
Does the story end happily or after? Does the story end
happily ever after?
Ever after. What have people learned? Have characters changed?
That's right. Have the character changed? Something like this. Have the characters changed? Okay. Okay. So far, I want you to understand the structure. Okay? So they are the things you would like to do. Okay? You would like to do. So they are the structure of a story. Right now, I want you to take a look at something we learned before. Now, let's take a look at this story, The Lion and the Mouse. The Lion and the Mouse. Can we read the story, The Lion and the Mouse? Okay, The Lion and the Mouse. And then you tell me what is the beginning, what is the middle, and then what is the end, okay? So you help me out first. So Elvin, you help me read it.
One day a lion lay asleep in the forest with his great head resting on his paws. A
Timid.
timid little mouse came upon him
Unexpectedly.
And in her fright and haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose.
Okay, let's stop right here. So what is the beginning like? Okay, so right now, Sihan, who? Can you tell me who?
A lion and a timid little mouse.
And when?
One day.
Okay, and then where?
In the forest.
Okay, Yu Pei, what?
What?
Yeah, what? What happened?
The mouse came up him unexpectedly.
Who's
and
him?
Came up lion.
Okay, and then what did he want to do? He wanted to what?
The lion.
The mouse wanted to what?
The mouse. I don't know. I'm trying to understand. I haven't understand it.
Haste to get away.
He has to get haste to get away.
Okay, so you see this is the introduction. Introduction means we understand when, where, why, how, who, blah, blah, blah in the story. Blah, blah, blah in the story. So you can see this is the beginning, right? This is the beginning. Remember, let's take a look at it. Okay, sorry. You can see this is the beginning. Now, we need to talk about what exciting things happen. What exciting things happen? What exciting things happen? So right now, can we take a look at the following one? What exciting things happen? So let's continue. Go. Yu Pei, can you help me read it? Go. Woken
from his sleep, the lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill her. Spare me, begged the poor mouse. Please let me go, and someday I'll surely repay the favor. The lion was very amused. The lion was very amused to think that a mouse could ever help him. But he was generous.
Generous means very
generous
kind.
And finally let the mouse go.
So what is the little problem? Right now we need a little problem. What's the build-up? What's the little problem? So Sihan, what is the little problem?
The lion wants to kill the mouse.
But
the mouse begged him to let her go.
So remember, this is not the climax yet, because this is not the biggest problem. This is only the little problem, like he woke up the lion. He woke up the lion, remember? Now, so here, they are exciting things. Remember, exciting things. Now, what is the problem? So Elvin, what is the problem? Go. Tell me. Some days later.
Some days later, while hunting his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the middle of a hunter's net. Unable to free himself, he killed the forest with his angry roars.
Okay, stop right here. What is the climax? What is the problem right now? What is the biggest problem right now? What is the Cao Cao here?
The lion was caught.
The lion was caught. Did anyone save him?
No.
No, but how did he solve the problem? So help me read the problem.
He roared.
No, that is not the problem. He roared because he was angry, right? So how did someone try to help him? Yes. So resolution. Here comes the resolution. So let's take a look at the resolution. Can you help me take a look at the resolution? Go. The mouse.
The mouse recognized the sound and quickly looked for the lion struggling in the net, running to one of the great ropes that tied him. She used her teeth to
No on it.
gnaw on it until it broke, and soon the lion was free.
Okay, stop right here. Okay, so Yu Pei, what is the resolution?
The resolution is the mouse. He gnawed on the rope until it broke. So the lion was freed.
That's right. The lion was free, right? The lion was free. Okay. What about the ending? The ending. So can you help me read the ending, Sihan?
You laughed when I say I would pay you, said the mouse. Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion.
So is this a happy ending or sad ending?
Happy ending.
But did they learn something in this kind of ending? Did you learn something?
Although the mouse is little, but it can also do a lot of things.
So did someone change? Did they change?
The lion.
That's right. They changed their idea, right? Yeah, Sihan, very good. So you can see, don't forget, usually for the ending, we don't just understand the ending. Usually, or sometimes we have Alvin, can you help me read this word? Usually they learn a what? A lesson. They learn a lesson. Usually they learned a 教训. Do you remember? So this is the structure of a narrative. This is the structure of the narrative, right? This is the structure of a narrative. But be careful. Let's take a look at this right here. YouTube, and then I want you to go over this again. So I want you to be aware of this. This is not always correct. The structure of a narrative. Okay, the structure of a narrative, right? So I want you to understand what is the structure of a narrative. You always have to think about the structure of a narrative. A structure of a narrative. Wait a minute. Yeah. I need to end this ad. I'm so sorry. Because this is YouTube. Okay, let me play the video for you, everyone. I want you to double check this.
Narrative writing. What is a narrative writing? A narrative is a writing that tells a story. It can be written to motivate, educate, or to entertain the reader. Narratives can be both fact and fiction. Now, let's talk about narrative structure.
Pay attention to the structure.
A narrative structure includes characters, setting, conflict, climate.
Setting means place. Conflict means little problem.
And resolution. What is a character? A character is anything that performs an action or speaks a dialogue in the story. For example, Ben was talking on the phone and said hello, or the panda was playing. Over here, Ben and the panda are characters.
So can you tell me, Yu Pei, who are the characters in the story we just read?
What?
Who are the characters?
In this
story we just read.
Which one?
The lion and the
Oh, it's the lion and the mouse.
We are talking about the same story. Okay, the lion and the mouse. Okay,
What
thank you.
is a setting? A setting is the location and time of the story. It can be fictional.
Sorry, so location, place, and time of the story. So Sihan, where is the location?
In the forest.
What about time?
1 day.
Very good. It means past. Remember?
Or non-fictional. A setting can change throughout the story. For example, it was a dark, stormy night, and a cute little puppy was passing through the scary haunted house. Over here, the dark, stormy night is the time of the story, and the scary haunted house is the location of the story. This is what a setting is. What is a conflict? A conflict in a story is a problem or complication that affects the settings or characters. For example, my teacher burst into anger as I didn't do my homework. Now this is a serious problem in the story. What is a climax? A climax is the part of the story where the action is at its peak. For example,
So this is the climax,
teacher
right?
was about to
So Alvin, what is the climax of the lion and the mouse? What's the climax? Do you remember?
The lion want to eat the mouse.
The lion was caught. Do you remember? The biggest problem, remember? Do you remember the structure? The lion was, did you see what I showed
Was
you
caught
here? By the what?
Hunter.
Yes, that's right, the net. Do you remember? We already talked about that, right? So here, everyone, you need to be aware the peak. Peak, look at me, it's this one. Peak, the most important one, okay? The peak.
Contact my parents, and I was standing there hopeless. This is the part of the story where the problem is at its peak. What is a resolution? A resolution is the conclusion of the story where the problem is solved. For example,
so resolution. Sihan, what is the resolution of the lion and the wolf?
The mouse saved the lion.
Yeah, and let him go. Remember?
Let him go.
That's
example,
right.
Suddenly the bell rang and the class was dismissed. I quickly walked towards the exit, and luckily I was safe from being caught. This is the part of the story where the problem is solved. Don't forget to give your story a catchy title. This is easier to do at the end.
So you can see this story. So we usually have a story. So can you help me type again? What is the structure of a narrative? Can you help me type again? What do we need to have? We need 5 things in a story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can you help me type? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need these 5 elements, right? Okay, so please help me type it. Yeah, what are 5 things you must have in the structure of a narrative? Help me type. Yeah, Sihan, Yupei, Elvin, Yizhen, Jess, help me type. We just talked about them. I just want to check whether you learned that. Yes, Sihan, very good. Anything else? Just write 5 things at a time. Yeah, build up. You pay, build up. Build up, build up. Yeah, good. Remember number 4? What is that? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So far we got ending, but don't forget, even though you got resolution, right? Resolution, very good, you pay. Because they're always good endings, right? They're always good ending. Do you remember? Yeah. But what if this story is a horror story? A horror story. Remember, a horror story, a horror movie, right? Something that is not good. Okay, something that is not good like this, horror story, remember? Maybe this is okay for you. Otherwise, you'll be surprised, okay? If there's a horror story, let me share the screen with you. Let me share the screen with you. If this is a horror story, take a look at this. If this is a horror story, you can take a look at this. If this is a horror story, do we have a resolution, a solution? If this is a horror story, 思涵 usually, what is the ending like? The ending is good or bad? If this is a scary movie or horror story, the ending is good or bad?
It depends on its plot.
So sometimes the plot can be bad, right? So if the ending is bad, do we still call that resolution? Yupei, do we still call that resolution? If the ending is bad, and this is a bad ending, and nobody solves the problem, because this, just as Stan said, it can be bad. So what is the solution like? There's no solution, and this is a bad ending. So people always what?
People always scream, and the characters like always die a lot, like half of them.
That's right, half of them die. So we don't call them resolution. We call that, everyone, let's say this, right here, will change. We call that everyone, repeat after me. Disaster. Say it. Disaster.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Disaster.
Alvin, repeat after me. Disaster.
Disaster.
What is a disaster? Just like this. This is a disaster. Disaster. A lot of people, disaster means bad things happen. Bad things. Bad things happen. Did you see? This is bad things happen. All right. Later, we'll come back here at 3:03. Be back at 3:03. You come back here at 3:03. We take a 10-minute break. We take a 10-minute break. It's okay? So come back, and then I'm going to end this call. Okay, I'm going to end this call. You come back later. Is that okay? Yes or no? Okay, you come back later. Okay, we'll be back at 3:03. 3:03. So come back later. Come back later because I need to do this video. So I don't have to make so many videos. Okay, so come back at 3:03. Let's take a 10-minute break. Okay, 3:03. Let's take a break, and we are going to write more narrative. Let's take a break because this is high school, 衔接, you need to begin to learn. Let's take a break. Okay. Hello, welcome back. So right now, can you hear me? So right now, can you hear me? So right now, do we have Jess? Yes. Yeah. And do we have Sihan? Are you here?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, and then right now, do we have? Are you here? Are you here? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Very good. So
Sorry,
I
there
can
was
hear you very
echoes.
clearly. Okay. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I will handle this. Do you still hear echoes?
Not anymore.
Okay, good. Not anymore. That's great. So right now, let's take a look at this. So right now, what about Alvin? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes, speak louder. And then now, do we have Sihan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. So loud and clear. Very good. So right now, today, we are going to move on to writing. But Yupei, can you help me read this? Because for the structure, I think your writing is good, but I want you to tell me this.
How to write?
How to
How
write
to
what?
write a narrative? Part 3. Figures
Yes,
of
that's right.
speech.
Figures of speech. What is that? We already knew how to write a story. We already knew how to write a story, or how to read a story. Okay, but when we write a story, don't forget, we don't just write a story based on the structures or time. We don't just do something that is very, 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 very simple. When we write a story, sometimes we also pay attention to what. Can you take a look at this? What do we also pay attention to? We need to pay attention to some part of figures of speech. Figures of speech. Figures of speech. Everyone, help me read that. Figures of speech. Go.
Figures of speech.
Figures of speech.
That's right. That means this. So, how do we write a narrative? Don't forget, how do we describe somebody or something? I want you to help me double check that. So, the first one is very common. What is this? The first one is very common. How do we tell a story? And then, how do we add this? Help me read it, Elvin. We use what?
Personification.
Yeah, help me read it. Personification means what?
Personification means giving human qualities, feelings, actions, or characteristics to
Non-living. Yeah, non-living objects, right? Non-living objects, right? Very good. Non-living objects. So that means, for example, like this. Sihan, can you help me read it? What is that?
The stars were winking at me.
That's right. The stars were winking, right? Were winking. Did you see? Winking. Winking means look at me, like this. Okay. 汤圆. 汤圆, are you here? Yes. 汤圆. Yeah, microphone on. So you are here. You raised your hand, right? So that means you are here. So can you tell me, write down, what is this kind of 修辞 in writing? Can you help me type? Jess, are you here? Okay. So don't forget, at the end of the lesson, I'll give you a grade. If you don't give me anything, you have no grade at all. Okay? So right now, you can take a look at this. So the little girl and the wolf. Again. So let's take a look at this. I want you to double check the Little Red Riding Hood. The original one, don't worry. I want you to describe the wolf. I want you to describe the wolf, the Little Red Riding Hood, okay? And then the Little Red Cap. Okay, and then I want you to describe the wolf, right? I choose another version. Maybe this version is just okay. You can have this version. Okay, so let's take a look at the version right here. I want you to double check this one. Can you help me read it? Sihan, can you help me read it?
She was going through the wood. She met with a wolf who had a very great mind to eat her up, but he dared not, because of some woodcutters walking nearby in the forest.
So Yu Pei, can you tell me what is the personification here? Who was changed into a person? Who was changed into a person?
Which? Please wait.
The little girl or the wolf was changed into a person.
The wolf.
The wolf, right?
Yeah, because the little girl, she's already a human, so yeah.
That's right. So right now, this person became a wolf, right? This person became a wolf, right? Oh, this wolf became a person. I'm sorry. This wolf became a person. Because you can, how do you know this wolf became a person? Which word said that?
Who had very great mind.
And also, he, right?
Yeah,
he. So everyone, I want you to talk about one thing right now. Everyone, I want you to help me. I want you to help me out. And then right now, I want you to, yeah, I will do this right away. And then I want you to help me and create a Padlet, okay? And then I want you to help me describe somebody or something, okay? Describe somebody or something, okay? I want you to help me describe somebody or something, okay? Right now, I want this first, okay? I want you to help me describe somebody or something, okay? So right now, let's take a look at this right here. For example, now I want you to describe, talk about for example, there may be a story about the fish in the Little Mermaid, right? The fish. So how can you describe the fish? Okay. So right now, can you join here? Describe the fish like the fish was a person. Can you help me? Can you help me describe the fish like the fish was a person? So for example, you can do it like, everyone just add this, and then you can join, okay? And then everyone can come here. Okay, you can go in here. You can go in here, okay? And then you can join, and then you can add. Just add this, and then you can write, okay? So describe the fish, for example, like this. I'm gonna add one. For example, like the fish looked at me and said to me, I want more food. Something like that, okay? Can you help me? Help me add, and then that is yours. Help me add this. I want you to do 拟人化 because I want you to write a story. So right now, I want you to check. Can you help me write the fish? And then the fish has to become a person. Yeah, please write more. Yes, that's good. Write down your name. Who wrote it? You have to write down your name and tell me who wrote it. Okay? Who wrote it? Please 编辑 and tell me. Please add this part and let me know. So Elvin, 汤圆, Yupei, Jess, Sihan, please write them. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Sihan, did you write it? Yupei, did you write it? Elvin, did you write it? Tangyuan.
I'm writing.
Okay, you wrote it. If you wrote it, you can say, ask me who I was, right? Right, that's good. So Sihan, can you help me wrote it? Go ahead. Sihan, can you help me read it?
The fish wears a gorgeous dress.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The fish wore a gorgeous, right? A gorgeous dress. When will you say this in a story? When will you say this in a story? This is a good one. When will you say this in a story? Sihan. When you see the fish what? Sihan, can you tell me? When will you write it? The fish wears a gorgeous dress. Elwin.
Party.
Oh, sorry, a party? A party? Is it about the color?
Yes.
Is it about what it looks like this? Let me show you the fish, right? So we got the fish party, right? Fish party. So you can take a look at this. And different fish kinds of fishes, they have different kinds of colors, right? Is that what you meant, Sihan?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So I love this. I love this. Very good. So I want you to add more. I want you to add more because this is what we call personification. Because when you write a story, you don't just say, once upon a time, there was a fish. You can say, once upon a time, there was a party and a lot of fish wore a gorgeous dress. That means they look different, right? Like a person. That's good. Like a person. So, for example, can you tell me, think about and tell me the meaning of the following sentences. Okay, can you tell me and read this and tell me what that is? Is that okay? And then number one, Yupei, can you help me read the first one?
What's I'm sorry, I was writing still.
No problem. We can do that later. Okay. But you can read number one.
Okay. The wind sang her mournful songs through the falling leaves. So
what do you think this writer is trying to tell us? When you write this, the wind sang a song. So you will
It's
hear
freezing.
what?
It's freezing.
Okay, it's freezing. Very good. So you see, it's like what you're writing. You will have something to show, but you make it sound like a person, right? Good. So number two, Elvin, number two, can you tell me?
The microwave timer told me it was time to take out my dinner.
So which one made the microwave timer sound like a person?
Told.
Huh?
Huh?
Which one made it sound like a person? Which word?
Told.
Told. Because can a microwave tell you something?
No.
No. Okay, good. And then number four. Sihan, can you help me read it?
The strawberries seem to be saying, "Eat me first."
Yeah. What do you think of the strawberries?
Seem to be saying.
So what do you think of the strawberries? Do you like it or do you hate it?
Like it.
Yes, because singing, eat me, eat me, eat me, it sounds like it's attracting somebody, right? Attract. Okay? It's trying to attract, remember? What about the next one? What about the next one? This one, number seven. Yupei, can you help me read this one? Number seven.
The water
beckoned.
The water beckoned invitingly.
Yeah, invitingly.
Invitingly. The water beckoned invitingly to the hot swimmers.
Yeah, beckon means begged, right? So what do you think? What do you think of this? You think the water is like what?
Right.
Does that mean invitingly? So does that mean the water is great or the water is horrible?
The water is great.
Yeah, it's amazing in hot water, right? So you can see how you can use justification. So right now, I want to enlarge this. What kind of, there are what you will do in 高中. It's what we call 学测作文. Did you see that? And how can you use the justification? How can you use that kind of personification? Sorry, not justification. How can you use 拟人化 right here? So can you tell me, which one do you think you can use 拟人化? Alvin, which one? In the first picture, which one can be used for 拟人化?
The car.
The car or this one? What is this? Alvin, what is this?
I don't know why it's in English.
No, they are English. Chairs or seats.
Oh.
Right? Okay. Number two, Sihan, which one can you use for 拟人化? Right here in the second picture.
Basketball.
Basketball or?
Sun.
The sun. Very good. Again. Number three, Yupei, which one do you think you can use, personification for?
Let me think. What's that called?
Okay, or the seats again, and also this.
Yeah.
Right? This is what we call right here.
That's armrest. That's your
You can call that armrest. Okay.
I don't think that's an armrest.
Yeah, this is armrest is here. Let me show you. Armrest is here. I'm not talking about armrest.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the armrest. Okay. I'm talking about something related to. Okay, you can think again. Okay. The crutches or walking sticks. Is that okay? Can you describe the walking sticks? I think so. I think so. I think you can talk about the walking stick or walking can, right? So right now, everyone, look at the 4 pictures right now. Right now, I want you to use 拟人化 and talk and leave. I'll leave the picture here, and then I want you to number 1 talk about the seats, the seat or the chair. Number 2, I want you to describe the sun, or number 3, the ball, the basketball, or the basketball. Number 4, I want you to talk about, number 4, I want you to talk about the walking stick, the walking stick. Describe it like it is a person. 请用拟人化. Please use the personification to make it sound like a person, like this. Remember, you can say kissed. The sun kissed my face, something like that, or seemed to be seeing, or looked at me, or nodded, or invited, 邀请我 to sit down, something like that. Is that okay? Or send a song. So right now, please talk about them, copy them, and write them down here in our chat. In our chat. In our chat. Okay? So I will give you 5 minutes. Hurry. They look like this right now. I will show you the pictures right here. Okay. Please type in the chat box. In the chat box. Yeah. Alvin, Wenchen, that's a good one. But to the sky, that's your drama queen. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pay. The sun shines brightly with anger, and his heat almost burns the earth down. Okay, good. That's a very interesting one. Yeah, Alvin. Yeah. The walking stick split. S-P-L-I-T. Yeah, Alvin split. S-P-L-I-T. Okay. And walked away. Very good, Sihan. So you can use this thing to talk about. Yeah, don't forget you need to write 4. Okay, right now we got the walking stick, the growl. Hey, give the good. Yeah, Sihan, what about the ball and the sun? Yeah. Yupei, what about the others? You need to write 4, remember? Yeah. So 1 more minute, please finish the others. Yes. Yeah, the ball laid steadily on the ground and look at the boy's right ankle. Yeah, very good. Laid, L-A-I-D. Okay, that's good, Sihan. You try your best. One more minute. One more minute. So right now, Elvin, can you help me read the first one? Can you help me read the first one? Number 1.
The comfortable seat was inviting me to sit on it.
Yeah, so here, what makes it sound like a person?
Inviting.
Inviting. Okay, inviting me. Okay. And then you pay. What about number 2? The second one about the sun. The harsh.
The harsh sun hurled.
Hurled means throw something.
It's called hurled. The harsh sun hurled its scorching rays at us.
Yes, rays means light, right? Scorching means super hot, right? Next one. What about Sihan, the last one? The evil.
The evil basketball deliberately tripped me over.
Yes, you can see very evil, right? Evil basketball deliberately trip me over. Trip me over means make you fall down. Trip me over means make you fall down, right? Okay. Right now, everyone, let's move on to number 2. Let's move on to number 2. What is number 2? Yes, help me read number 2. So let's read it, Elvin.
Figures of speech.
Similes in what?
Similes in narratives.
Yes. So a simile is what?
A simile is a
comparison.
Comparison that uses the terms like or as.
Okay, like this, everyone. For example, can you help me? Go. Say it.
Zig has big feet.
Zig has big feet. And then we can say, go.
His feet were as big as boats.
Very good. So here we use this one. Okay, we are talking about simile right here. We're talking about simile right here, okay? This one. Okay, in English, simile means you will use a lot of things like or us to describe something. Us to describe something. So you can take a look at the Wall Street right here. For example, like this one. Can you help me like this? So Sihan, can you help me read the first one by Li Xiaolong, Bruce Lee, the first one? Now I see.
Now I see that I will never find the light unless light the candle. I am my own fuel, consuming myself.
So Bruce Lee said, I can be like what? I am like what?
Like the candle.
You're like the candle. Okay, very good. You're like the candle. Okay, you are like the candle. Okay. What about the next one? What about the next one? What about, let's move on to, what about Yu Pei?
Yeah.
Number 4?
Life's like a movie. Write your own ending. Keep believing, keep pretending.
Keep pretending. So do you think, yeah, so life is like a what?
A movie.
A cinema, right? So you can write like a blah, 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 remember? Or the next one, a new year. Yu Pei, can you help me continue? A new year.
Okay. A new year is like a blank book, and the pen is in your hands. It is your chance.
What is a blank book?
A book that is very new that don't have any words on it.
That's right. A blank book is like this, right? Yeah. Good. Thank you. So you can see, actually, you can talk about something by using like or us. A lot of metaphors like us. For example, us, happy, us. You have a lot of things from those, expressions, right? Like this. Let me show you right here so you can see a lot. Okay, for example, like what? Alvin? As wise as a what?
As wise as an owl.
Or as proud?
As proud as a peacock.
What about as brave?
As brave as a lion.
What about as busy?
As busy as a bee.
Or as free as a?
As free as a bird.
Yes, thank you. So everyone, you can take a look at this right here. Okay, you can use it. So right now, I want you to use this one right now. Okay, because I want you to write. So we already think about this. Now it's your turn. I want you to write something about like or us. For example, I want you to talk about a story. Now, the princess. Yeah, Yu Pei already did a good job, but the princess acted like blah, blah, blah. Or the wolf jumped like a blah, blah, blah. Yes, can you help me put, right now you can help me put the wolf here. Yeah, like this one. Help me add this, and then you can do like or us. Or you can say the man or the servant was as blah, 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 as blah, blah, blah. And you use this kind of a part of speech to describe something. Okay? It's very common if you want your English writing to be good, especially story. You have to use this. Okay. Now, can you help me talk about one thing like a new year or your school year or the princess or the servant? It's okay. Just describe one thing. You can say the grass or the new year or the past year. Yes. Who wrote this? Give me more. Is that Alvin? Did you write it? Or Sihan? Who wrote it? Yeah, Sihan, good. So Sihan, you wrote this, but only a goat. Sihan, you can think about the simile again. As fast, we don't say a goat. Usually these two animals, did you see that? We don't say, did you see that? Sihan, Google them. We don't say a goat. Goat is another one. Another kind of simile. Don't forget, respect English, okay? Yeah, help me change this. Yes, and Sihan, you write one more is us blank us. Give me another one that is like. He did something like blah, blah, blah. That's a good one. Don't forget, you need to use us, or like. Now we got Sihan got like this. It's like. Sihan, can you make the sentence a little bit longer? The bright sun was like a burning ball. So I felt blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Otherwise, the writing can be only just like one sentence. Can you write a longer sentence, like using and, or when? Everyone, one more minute. Good. So there's nobody willing to stay outside, right? Sad. Yeah. Okay, can we read this? Yes. Yupei, can we read this? Yeah, Yupei, can we read this?
Read what?
Yeah, the dragon.
Oh, the dragon roars as loud as the thunder and shocked the land like the earthquake.
So I will make it look like this. The dragon roared. Yeah, this is the past, right? As loudly as thunder. We don't know which one. And shocked the land like an earthquake, right? Very good. Okay. Now, what about Sihan, yours? Can you help me read this? Go.
The bright sun is like a burning ball, so there's nobody being outside.
There's nobody willing to stay outside. Okay. Now, Alvin, tell me.
The servant was as gentle as a lamb.
So, what did he do? I don't know what you described. Don't forget, you need to use at least 2 sentences to describe this. Otherwise, as gentle as a lamb. I don't know what you're talking about. What about Sihan? Tell me, go.
The athlete runs as fast as a leopard.
Maybe we can say, sorry, Sihan, don't turn off the microphone. As fast as a leopard. And what?
And it got first prize
Okay.
in the competition.
Okay, he won a championship, right? In a running race, right?
Yes.
So something like that. Everyone, when you describe a story, don't just say 1 sentence. You need to talk about that, right? Okay, continue. Sorry, I need to update this. So everyone, yeah. So he complained to his boss, okay? Maybe Alvin, I'll help you change. Maybe not so, because he was very gentle, so he never, but he complained to his boss one day. Is that okay? Because you already said he was as gentle as a lamb, right? So one day. Okay, so everyone, you know this one, metaphor and simile, right? And metaphor is this. So that is simile. Simile, you need to use like or as us. But what about metaphor? Metaphor means what? You pay. Tell me.
A metaphor states that one thing is something else. It is conflation.
Yeah, it does not use what?
But it does not use like or us to make the conflation.
For example, look at this.
Yeah.
Her hair?
Her hair is silk.
Very good. Her hair is silk. Do you see that? Silk. We don't say like silk or as smooth as silk. We just say her hair is silk. It's very powerful. Okay? So did you see that? For example, like a story. So Yupei, help me read this. Go.
The giant stepped with thunder as he ran toward Jack.
You see, word thunder. We didn't say word like thunder. It comes from which story? Do you know that? Do you know that sentence?
Jack and the Magic Beans.
Yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk.
That one.
Jack and the Beanstalk, right? It's right here. So you can see the giant running toward Jack, right? The giant. So you can see, we can see a lot of things like this, right? Ran toward, okay, or ran down the beanstalk, remember? Climbed down the beanstalk, very good. So everyone, you can take a look at this. So what similes and metaphors could you use in the story or in your story? So think carefully. Now let's watch the video one more time. Let's watch the video one more time. Let's review. Let's review what we learned today, and then we will take a break. So right now, let's go to YouTube. Now, when we write a story, don't forget, we need to use personification, simile, okay? Because of time, let's just do something that is very simple. So personification or simile, personification or simile, okay? Because I don't want you to get into a lot of trouble, okay? Personification or simile. So you can think carefully about this. So let's take a look at this. Wait a minute. So don't worry. Wait a minute. Don't worry.
Figurative language devices.
Okay.
Language uses figures of speech.
Figurative language uses figures of speech to be more effective, persuasive, and impactful. Similes! Similes compare one thing to another using the words like or as. As cold as ice. The classroom was buzzing like a beehive. As light as a fox. Metaphor!
Okay, so Sihan, what do we have to see for simile?
They always use the words like or us.
Or as if, as though, as us. But metaphor,
She is a dragon. My teacher is a dragon. She is a shining star. You are my sunshine.
okay, stop right here. So Alvin, what do we see in a metaphor?
Noun.
Do we see like or as us?
No.
No. Okay, what about the last one? Let's take a look at the last one.
Human attributes. Animal is given personification. Personification is when a thing, idea, or animal is given human attributes. Lightning danced across the sky.
Dance.
My alarm clock yells at me every morning. The birds sung with joy. Alliteration.
Okay, let's stop right here. What about personification? Personified. Yupei, what do you see right here? Personified. Personified means what? Personification means what?
Personification is makes things like human. So
Yes.
they have acts and
That's
they have
right.
emotions.
Good. So they are given human attributes. They are given people-like behavior. Attributes means traits. Attributes means traits. Okay? Traits, human attributes. So today, don't forget, we learned about how to write a story, but we go to the details. Okay? Next week, we'll talk about in high school, we need to talk more about informative essays, 说明文, which you will see or read a lot in a lot of textbooks. But how do we know the structure and transitions and topic, sentence, and conclusions? We'll do them next Saturday. Okay? And that's all for today. And thank you for joining me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care. See you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye. Take care. See you.